We have some breaking news here this morning, and it's something we talked about for quite some time. Binance is halting withdrawals starting, I believe it's February 8th. We'll go over that in the US, which is, I believe it's on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. We're going to go over all of that. We're going to look at XRP's technical analysis because XRP currently still sits below the 397 level, and that's a very important level right now. And 40 cents, we really have to break over and ultimately push over 413 if we want to get back on the right track. If we continue pushing down, it's going to be a very, very volatile spiral downhill here. We've got the Dow's down 120 points right now. The S&P's down 7, and the Nasdaq's up 12 points to start early trading. The DXY's up to 103 spot 80. So there is a lot to talk about in this update. Make sure to hit that like button while I play the intro, because we need to get as many people as possible in here to keep them on the right track. Good morning, 9:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Ooh, my goatee's all out of whack this morning. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We have a lot to talk about this morning. First of all, the big story here right now, and we're going to cut right to it. Binance. Crypto exchange Binance will suspend US dollar transfers beginning February 8th. I've been talking about this for several months, probably more than half a year, about that you need to get your money off of Coinbase and Binance. I warned about Voyager, I warned about Celsius, I warned about a lot of these other ones that ended up going down. Genesis recently. And I told you got to get your money off of certain ones of these exchanges. Binance, I looked at their fundamentals and the way their money's spread out, and it's very scary when you see what they actually own. Their Binance token is a big way for them to move money, just like how a lot of the other ones took advantage of Tether. Binance is not only taking better advantage they were of USDT, but they were also taking advantage of their Binance coin, and they were artificially pumping it up. So a lot of connections between them and FTX, so we'll see exactly what this entails. But if you have money on Binance, I highly encourage you, get that shit off today if you can, because starting tomorrow, you're going to find yourself with a rude awakening and you're not going to be able to take your money off. So let's look a little bit deeper. Crypto exchange Binance will suspend US dollar transfers. Binance will suspend US dollar withdrawals and deposits for international customers beginning February 8th. The company said Binance banking partner Signature Bank in January raised transaction minimums for dollar transfers. Millions of dollars worth of crypto flowed out of Binance after it announced a suspension, but the company says it remains net positive. Bullshit. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, will suspend U.S. dollar deposits and withdrawals, the company said Monday, without providing a reason for the decision. They can't afford it. They're broke. And whenever they say temporarily suspending withdrawals, that's your sign to get the hell off the exchange. This is your 24-hour warning right now. This always happens, and then people are like, oh, it'll be fine. Take into your money into your own hand. Take your portfolio into your own hand. Take today their legitimate 24-hour warning and get your shit off of there. Just from me to you, take your stuff off of Binance, send it over to Uphold, send it over to BitGet, send it over to Mexi, send it over to somewhere you trust. Get your stuff off of there. You can send it in Tether across to any other platform. It'll cost you $1. So if you send your money off of Binance to, let's just say, Uphold, it'll cost you $1 to send it through Tether. And it's pretty quick. It'll only take 20-25 minutes, so it's not bad if you're not looking to trade crypto. We are temporarily... Yeah. No. You don't want to ever hear we are temporarily suspending USD bank transfers as of February 8th. And Binance... Oh, my God! If this is what they're going to do, they're trying to force all the money out of USD into the Binance coin. I broke this to everybody a few months ago. So they could very well shift all of your money out of USD if you even stay on there, throw it in the BNB coin, and you still can't take your money off because you can't withdraw it in USD. Because you can't withdraw into your bank from USD. So that's the breaking news story this morning. We'll continue to keep an eye on this, but make sure you're paying attention to Binance. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of learning in this episode because we got to keep the facts. Today, the facts are Binance is halting withdrawals on U.S. withdrawals starting tomorrow. You've got 24 hours, not even, folks. You've got 14 hours before this goes into effect. Because once the clock flips here, look out. You've got the DXY at 103.842. We're making a hell of a push up here. Our next downtrending resistance, uptrending resistance that I spoke about very freely and said, from here, I don't care about all the semantics and bullshit numbers in between. This downtrending resistance busted at 102.15. The next major uptrending resistance is 104.08. It doesn't matter about all the numbers in between because you've only got these two numbers that matter. Then you break over that and you would have to break out over the cup and handle and get up to 106.18. A likely retracement, even if we got rejected, would bring you up to about 104.56. That's just what happens. Pay attention to the gold-silver ratio today. It's at 84.16 to 1. I'm itching to buy a little bit more silver. As it's down, it's at 22.23 still, but the ratio is continuing to grow. Total crypto market cap's at 1.029 trillion. We're trying to maintain, but we've had a bearish cross here. So the emergency this morning, we're going to see if we can hold 991 billion approximately, but we have had a bearish cross in the 3-hour time frame on the total crypto market cap. So that's a very bearish signal if this plays through. And it's not the 30-minute time frame this morning. This is the 3-hour time frame. Bitcoin in the 3 hours already had the bearish cross. We're being rejected as of right now at 23K. Watch 23K, because if you get rejected in this area, you are in some trouble. You've had a bearish cross in the 4-hour time frame, and if we get rejected here, this is where you have a big drop, and the next move would be down to the 200-day, and that's around 21,500. So if you get rejected here, expect a 1,500-point drop. That's if Bitcoin rejects here. So we have a lot to watch this morning, because if we do get a rejection here, that's exactly what I drew out. It's going to end up like that in time. So that's what we're looking at to retest that downtrending resistance as support if we can. Other than that, that's the multi-year trend line. And if we get to the bottom side of that, that's danger. And it looks like we're trying to pull a Bart Simpson top here. So this can become very bearish very, very quickly. XRP's at 3962, remaining below very critical resistance levels. We even remain below the 397 level, which is a critical pivot level for me. Most people aren't using that level, but I am, because the 397 shows us if we're below that, then we can lose this 395. And if you lose the 395, you're in some serious shit. XRP's already reversed way down. I could see maybe a retest of 40 cents, but because it's pulled this far, you might not get that 413 retest like we were talking about yesterday. Back up here, you might end up just permanently get rejected. You got rejected here on the 6th. Now you're coming across on the 7th, and if we do lose and get rejected on the 40 cents again, or lose the 3943 at the 200-day, which you can say the 395 level, but the 3943, just for the overextension, you would have to pull yourself down to that 3852, because that is the technical target out of this breakdown, and it's still valid. And then underneath, you've got, just pay attention to the 382, 371, 355. Those are major, major support levels underneath if we were to fall. We broke the ascending, you could call it the ascending pattern, and now we're breaking down. And if we lose the 200-day here on the 3945 level, that is where you have very big drops, and then you complete this bearish divergence. And then if you do that, this will come all the way down. This would come all the way down to that 35.5, top of this breakout point on what this is the bear flag. But I mean, it's a much wider pattern. We haven't even come all the way up to the top side at 46 cents approximately. So right now, XRP is looking very bearish. That doesn't mean we can't reverse in the broader market. But as of right now, XRP is looking very, very bearish. And for anybody who doesn't know, I'm going to show you real quick what the Bart Simpson top by definition is. Just so everybody understands when I refer to the Bart Simpson top. So this is a description of what the Bart Simpson pattern is. So the Bart Simpson pattern is a technical analysis term used in stock trading to describe a specific chart pattern. The pattern is named after the character Bart Simpson from the animated TV show The Simpsons and is characterized by a series of 3 spikes or 3 peaks in a stock's price. With the middle peak being the highest, the pattern is often considered a bearish reversal signal, indicating that a stock's price may be about to fall. However, it's important to note that technical analysis should not be the sole basis for investment decisions, and it's always a good idea to consider other factors such as fundamental analysis and market sentiment before making a trade. So just pay attention to that. I just wanted to give you that brief piece of information so that, you could get a little bit of information about what the Bart Simpson top is. So that's what we're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen. So if that plays out, we're going to pull out. That's a bearish reversal. It's a topping pattern. And we can see the bearish cross in the 4-hour time frame that's taking hold. And for Bitcoin, we're right up against it at 23K. And XRP, we're right up against it at 40 cents. So that's what we're looking at this morning. Make sure you hit that like button if you got anything out of this update. If you got any value, hit that subscribe button, as we're dangerously close to 15,500 subscribers. So I cannot thank you all enough for that. And if you want to use the exchanges I do, because you got to get off of Binance, look in the video description below. Start off with MEXC. No VPN needed in the USA. There's no spot fees on buying or selling. And they have your ISO coins. They have HBAR, and they have ultimately some couple other ones. You can also get me on the video description below. BitGet if you want, but you need a VPN. And then also you can join Tom's Army in the video description below. We're going to end it with HBAR. And Tanya, I know this is at the very end, but I had a lot to talk about, but I did want to fit this in for you. HBAR right now, we need to watch this uptrending resistance because 1, 2, if this is the third peak on a Bart Simpson top, this could be the topping part of the pattern. You need to break over the 0.0805 level, and you need to maintain a push over this 0.0743. Right now we're at 771. So technically, HBAR is trying to make this pattern into something different here. And we just need to watch these areas. We need to watch these areas. If we overextend this out, we need to get over this uptrending resistance as well. And that's about the 772 area. So that is what we're pushing right now, Tanya. So watch the 772 area immediately. And then watch to see if we can come back down here. Because after we hit this, the 773, we're probably going to have to retest the top side of this at 737 to see if we hold. If we hold and push out, then we can start pushing into new areas. And our big area that we're going to have to attempt to get up to is around this 8054 area, because we're going to have to break over that to push into a new section. If we break down and cannot hold at any time the 737, the next area to come down to is at 675. But if we fail here, this is likely a topping pattern, but it doesn't appear just yet to be done. We had a big volume spike here on HBAR, so we're going to see if these levels hold that I put in front of you. I hope this helps, Tanya, and I hope everybody who watched this update got some value out of it all. Stay blessed, everybody. Hashtag be better, do better.